Welcome to today's reading. I haven't picked a deck yet. I'm just feeling a little bit of self-doubt happening with this collective reading. I want to tap into that, give you a message from Spirit. What is this self-doubt and why is it coming up? And what does Spirit want to tell you through this feeling? I think I'm going to go for my Ocean Tarot here today. So Spirit, what is this self-doubt? Feeling of self-doubt. What's going on with collective, please? Let's tap into this a little bit here. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm seeing Queen of Wands, that is. I'm seeing it both ways. I feel that there are times where you have been really confident and charismatic. You know, you've got that independent streak, that passion, that, drive. But at the moment, and again, this is linking into this Ace of Wands in reverse as well, you're feeling just a lack of direction. Something's just not quite feeling right. And Queen of Wands in reverse is very much around, she's quite insecure in reverse. She lacks that confidence, that self-trust. Again, I'm literally just saying self-doubt, right? It's exactly what it is. But you can be both ways, and this is where I'm seeing it. Like, you have had times of that real confidence and drive and passion in your situation, but something's just, flipped that for you recently. With the Ace of Swords here, I'm seeing it's like there's a breakthrough coming. You're going to see something more clearly. And maybe this is what this reading's for, to really clarify this for you and really help you to see the truth of the situation, that it's not, you can trust in yourself and you're not on the wrong path, is what I'm hearing. I want to get a couple more. Let's see what else is going on for collective, please. Maybe as well, I'm just seeing with this Ace of Wands in reverse, I'm seeing some missed opportunities as well. Maybe regretting something you didn't do, or maybe thinking, maybe if you did start something new, you're thinking, oh, was that the right choice? There's something here with this Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm just feeling that there was something you're not sure about, an action that you've taken or not taken that you're really not sure about. But I do think you're going to start to see things more clearly here. So this is the Seven of Cups in reverse, which really, it indicates just really making realistic choices, seeing things clearly, not focusing on illusions of your options, right? You're seeing the reality of the situation a bit better here. So I do feel that this clarity is going to bring, maybe this reading is what's going to bring that for you. Let's get one more, please. The Hermit. Okay, so with the Hermit's journey, he's very much about really just a little bit of isolation, but introspection, really, really going deep within and, self-discovery, learning about himself, his path, listening to inner guidance and that inner clarity. So I feel with this, again, it's sort of, they're all tying together. It's really, you're getting some clarity on the decisions and paths that you have, the choices that you have, and you're starting to get a bit more confidence, I feel, after this truth and clarity. You're going to start to get that feeling of trust in your self-guidance again. So I don't know if you need any more information to tie you to this reading. I want to get a couple more just to tie you to this reading, so you don't have to watch if this is not resonating for you. But again, I'm feeling very much that Page of Cups in reverse. I'm feeling very much that something's happened here to just shake a little bit of that self-confidence, that Queen of Wands energy. Okay, so Page of Cups in reverse. Got one more. Sort of like a bit of an avoidant energy, to just emotionally avoiding, conflict. Five of Wands. And again, this is just to tie you to this situation. Maybe there's been an action that you've taken for yourself, for your mission, that you've been putting off doing for a while. And there's been conflict. Sorry, knock at the door. Sorry, I was saying that there's been something that you're avoiding, or you have been avoiding for potentially a long time. Maybe it's, actually starting this, passion, starting this venture. Maybe it's a new hobby or a new business or something that's, you're passionate about, and you've been putting it off for a while. But there's been some sort of conflict around this, is what I'm hearing. Like, everyone's got their opinions on what you should be doing, and maybe you're listening to those opinions, maybe a little bit too much. So I feel that with this Five of Wands, it is really pretty much around, everyone's got their opinions, everyone's got their ideas of how things should be, everyone's got their own realities that they're seeing, and everyone's just, at each other with, this is what should be, and anything outside of that is not okay. So there's no compromise, there's no meeting in the middle, there's just everyone else's opinions. And I feel you're listening to those opinions. Unfortunately, you're listening to this person or these people in their opinions, which is throwing you off. It's putting you out of your confidence and your spark, and that's not great. But it may be just a test, right? Spirit does like to test us, make sure we are dedicated to our path, and that's all this could be. So Knight of Cups, I'm seeing that both ways. So again, it's like, so the Knight of Cups, it's about pursuing your dreams upright, but it could also be about a bit of inaction, reversed. I'm seeing, inconsistent action, just hot and cold. Oh, I'm really keen on this, and then I'm not. Like, it's just changing your mind all the time. So I am feeling that that's where your block is. It's, you're listening to these people's opinions, and you've got a bit of doubt in your own self, which is pulling you back of, oh, I really want to do this thing. You do a little bit, and then you're like, oh, but what if they're right? What if? And you need that clarity to move forward. And I'm not going to say one reading's going to help you get out of that, that anxiety and doubt, but, it might be a start, right? But also meditate, ask Spirit, give me guidance, give me a sign that this is the right thing for me. And, you will find, there will be signs. You just have to open your eyes to them, open your heart to them. So I hope this ties you to this reading. I'm going to get a message from Spirit now, just to see what it is that you need to hear today. So, and I feel like really the message is just trust and keep going. Let's get this is the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. This deck, I'm just going to give me 2 cards, please, for this collective. What message does Spirit have for this collective, please? What message does Spirit have for this collective, please? Move your body to move your emotions. Okay. And this card is very much around getting active to just release that energy. Sorry, I've just knocked my tower over. yeah, like releasing that energy from your body. Don't sit with that negative emotion. Release it. Get moving. Go for a walk. Do some stretches. Do something to get your body moving. I don't even need to read that message for you. It's very much around just letting that energy out. Trust yourself. 26 and 19 as well. 19, 26. I am going to read this one because I have not read this one recently. So I'm going to read this one for you. 26, trust yourself. I really love this owl. And it looks almost like a leaf behind it. It's like leaves with, I guess, a heart behind it and an eye. So your intuition, your inner eye, your inner knowing. Really trusting that Spirit's guiding you. Okay. So trust is not given, it is earned. This applies to other people, but also yourself. Do you trust that you will make the right choices for yourself? Do you trust that you will guide yourself away from trouble and into the right path? If there is even a small doubt, let's work on earning back your whole trust. Ultimately, no one knows you better than you know yourself, so you must strengthen your internal trust to feel empowered in the world. What does trust really mean to you? Safety? Truth-telling? When you learn your own definition of trust, you can then begin to build on it. By trusting yourself, it is much easier to trust the world around you. There's a little bit of a trust practice here. I'll just read that for you. So trust is a practice of truth-telling, and when you turn that practice inward, it also becomes a practice of getting to know yourself better. Ask these questions of yourself. Who do I trust most in the world? Why do I trust that person? How does trust make me feel? And then, how can I trust myself more fully? So again, leading message here, I think, is really start to trust that clarity, that truth. It comes from within you. Watching this and me telling you, that's not going to give you clarity. You need to trust in yourself. You need to see that inside of you. It's not coming from me. But again, there's a tip here, just get moving, get that energy out, shake your arms, do a dance, put your favorite song on and just let loose. Dance like nobody's watching. And I actually love it. It looks like she's dancing in this card as well. She's really just going with the flow. But yeah, movement. Move that emotion out of your body. Trust that what your passions, what your calling is, it is there for you. And only you can show yourself the way to do that. No one else can tell you what's right for you. They may know you superficially, but they don't know the real you unless you show them the real you. And if you're hiding the real you behind self-doubt, how are they ever going to know you, right? You have to show them. You have to show yourself. Show yourself who you really are. All right, Spirit, I think I want to get one of these. I'm going to get you an archetype, but I also want to get just a couple of these. I've got a Spirit Oracle card deck. It's just a couple of, I just want to see, how are you shining with the universe, your strengths, your power. Let me see. Spirit Collectives shining. How is Collective shining, please? Play. Dolphin. Oh, personal choice. Okay. So personal choice. It says, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? And what wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So it is really about, what animal to you is calling, like whatever that animal is that first comes to your mind right now. What strengths does that animal embody that will really strengthen you. And again, it's about reflecting inwards for this card. It's like trust that feeling. That little niggle that you're feeling right now, that is your intuition. Trust it. What is it telling you? Just take a moment to think about that. Pause the video if you need to. Take that time. Dolphin play. So it says, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. And again, with play here, I'm really feeling that wands energy, that passion, that like what lights your soul up. You know, is there something that you're doing that really makes you, you know, really happy to the core? You know, what is that passion that you feel energized by? Because that is your calling, right? That is what Spirit's trying to tell you. You need to embrace that passion. You need to really, you know, explore what it is that makes you glow. And sometimes it's about playing. It's about that playful, passionate energy. What is it that you are being called to do, right? That's beautiful. All right, and I'm just going to get a couple of these Mystic Forest Oracle cards as well. I find these are good messages for just, I guess, a bit of redirection too. So let's see, what is Spirit wanting to tell this collective, please? What message do you have for the collective? What message do you have for collective? It's coming. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. And I'm seeing this person, like they're going on an adventure. Like I'm seeing, you know, The Hobbit, where, you know, Bilbo's just running out of Hobbiton. You know, I'm going on an adventure, right? It's that sort of energy of like, you know what, I'm just going to trust. I'm going to take that leap of faith. I'm going to trust that what's meant for me is going to come if I take that leap of faith, if I start taking that direct action. And you are going to continue to have those moments of doubt where you think, oh, was this actually the right choice? But that's okay. Just embrace that. Sit with it. Trust it. Move through that emotion. Get your body moving. It happens for a reason. It's there to remind you. You can't have positive without negative. It's all in balance, but it is about, what are you focusing on? Can I let go? Can I accept that this is a feeling that I have? And can I just move through it? Pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. That 5 of Wands, if you've got someone saying you can't do that, you shouldn't have to apologize for doing something that lights you up, right? You need to do what makes you happy, what makes your soul light up. You know, don't apologize for being yourself. It's not something that needs an apology. If you're not aligning with people who believe in you, who want you to be happy, they're not meant to be there permanently necessarily, right? It's about trusting yourself over anyone else. And sometimes all they're there for is to show you that you can believe in yourself, no matter what anyone else says. So this says, only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find your safe place. Follow your bliss. Again, I think this message is really coming for you here to just really, really solidify that you do need to trust yourself. You just follow your passions. It's whatever lights you up, that is your mission. You're here to do more than just, you know, follow someone else's idea of what reality is. Your reality is what you make of it. I want one more. Message for collective, please. Where there is hope. Don't believe that past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. I really love that message. And I think too, where I was seeing with this, the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands, I felt that there had been something you'd given it a go, and you thought, oh, this didn't go the way that I hoped it would. But you're like, you're on the fence. You know that self doubt. I feel that this for this collective, you actually have taken that step towards something you're passionate about, and maybe something happened with that you just really, again, it didn't meet your expectations. But again, it's like the spirit is going to test your resilience at times. The universe will test to see, are you actually committed to this? Are you in for the long run, or are you just in for a day or two? You know, are you actually committed to this journey? Are you actually going to take the steps and put the effort in? You know, your Eight of Pentacles, right? Are you going to keep putting the work in to succeed and be your authentic self? Or are you going to cave to this pressure? Are you going to cave to societal norms? Are you going to fall back into old patterns? You know, so it's really just releasing and saying, trust. I trust in divine timing. When I'm ready, the universe will give this to me. When I am ready. When I am ready, this will come forward. When I am ready, this thing that I'm feeling and seeing and knowing in my soul, it will be there for me. It's a really beautiful message for today. I really hope that you find that clarity that you need to find within yourself. Again, the answers you need are not out here, they're inside you. I did want to get an archetype, so I will do that quickly before we finish up, but I really feel you're going to make it. This collective, it's really a positive energy I'm feeling. I'm going to get this archetype for you. Spirit, how is collective shining, please? I need to get a couple already, but let's get an archetype. Where is collective shining, please? I'm being a bit picky. Where is collective shining, please? There's one. The Mentor. Ooh, and the owl again. We saw that owl. What was that card? The trust yourself. The card with the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. All right, so I'm going to read this one for you. The Mentor, just bear with me while I find it. The Mentor, number 6. So it's quite early in the book. So it might be important for you. It's also on page 166 in this little book. I really like this little pocket archetypes. It's like the big ones are like, you know, this big, but if you ever go away or anything, or you just want to save on space, but they're actually quite nice to hold as well. Like they're a cute size. I've got small hands, so of course that's also a factor. But I just felt I don't know. I just felt like saying that. I really like this little box. Okay, the Mentor. So when in light, this is your Queen of Wands upright, right? You're focused, clear, bright, remains a student. When in dark, so this is your reverse, Queen of Wands reversed, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous and rigid. So I'm seeing this as like, I guess, being a bit stuck in your ways, and yeah, just that you're not really learning, you're not opening to learning and new experiences, I think is really the message I'm hearing from this one. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expressions feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason. I'm sorry, this is hard to see in this light. Although it's typically true that parents are our initial teachers, the child will eventually seek a mentor figure outside of the home to assist with their growth. A phrase that's coming to mind is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I don't know if this is like a proverb. It's coming to mind. So I've heard it somewhere. Google it. Maybe this is again, it's about you are ready to actually seek, learning from someone. You're ready to take that step, and maybe that will help with your confidence. I don't feel that this collective necessarily needs that to take that step, but again, maybe it's something like, when you start taking those real positive continuous effort steps, someone will come into your life that is a real mentor for you. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. Okay. I think that will probably mean more to you than it does to me in this moment, but I feel that it is a reminder that while you can use your intuition and your guided knowledge in a positive light, and potentially also some negative aspects there, that you need to also be humble about that. You're not here to dictate other people. I'm also being called to say with the Five of Wands, right? Everyone in that card, everyone involved in this situation, not just everyone else, but you as well. You're stuck in your ways. You've got your ideas of how things need to be, and you're not budging on that idea. So again, I think just being humble and trusting also that spirit is going to guide you in the right direction. So also not being afraid to learn, to stop, don't stop learning. Everyone who comes into your life is there to show you something. And, it could be just, I'm hearing like, if someone comes into your life who is, very, very strongly opinionated, it might be there to show you that maybe you also hold that trait. Maybe you also have that, high opinion or, rigid stance, right? So again, just learning to go with the flow a little bit more as well. It's what I'm hearing from that message as well. But again, trust yourself. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just about trusting that spirit will guide you. Don't stop learning. Don't stop trusting yourself. And don't stop being your passionate, truthful, real self. All right. I'm going to end the reading there, but thank you for watching. I hope this helps you, and you've got this. Best of luck.